databases. I'll let you walk through how to. Let's say like you can do R, you can do Python. So in R we have R Studio, which is a IDE for integrated development environment for executing proof of concepts of data science projects. And also you can implement it, you can productize it. Okay. Suppose if you look at the connections tab, here I want to establish a connection. So it is preparing establishing ODBC connection with your with online servers. If you wanted to connect to your own standalone server also, you can install a particular driver. Okay. So if you want to do it in Python, you have Anaconda Navigator, of which you can execute the program on Jupyter Lab. So it is very much interactive, dashboarding kind of platform for executing your codes and do the beautiful documentation on the same. But if you wanted to do your Python execution on other platforms, then you have Spider. Spider is Python's IDE for developing your data science projects. So web platform Jupyter Lab, it connects you to Jupyter kernel through your browser. See that it is a local host which is connected to Python kernel. So when I hit restart, you see that this one has gone to gray and it is saying kernel is restarted. Okay. Now you see that it is trying to connect to existing data sources. If there is no one, if you don't have any existing data sources, then you can try to install libraries through a program. If you don't have one, okay, it will load in here. Let's say like Oracle. I've selected Oracle database. So here you see the code it has generated, which library API, which means database interface, okay, which will let you generate ODBC connection to your server. Now to make it successful, you can use your SQL queries here in this box, okay. pass your username, password, and select the table which you want to load it to our environment. If you want to test it, you can test it. The connection established, okay, by providing the authentication. So once if you hit OK, now it will throw you the error. Why? Because I haven't given any information in the box, in that particular box. So now if you see, if you have provided the right details, then it will give you an interface to play with your data which has been loaded to this environment. You can see the output data here. Okay, you see this is the, you can click the data set through which you have loaded. Okay, this is your data set. So column 1, column 2, these are the values that I have. Okay, so let's say like I have a data set which is, this is the original data set. If you look at it, so this is a Titanic data set where I have different values has been stored here, which is about 1309 customers values and 14 columns totally can be seen here, can also be seen here. Once you load your data to R environment, Python environment, whatever it is, then you can start exploring the data one by one. So the first step of your data understanding is to load the data to your environment. Once you load the data, but before you explore the data, make sure that you receive the right data to your environments, okay, tool environment. But make sure that you clean the data before you start exploring the data, which means picking up the right columns, not the wrong columns and its values. Okay. So once you are clear with your data understanding, then the real intelligence part will begin. So data exploration, we call it. What do we are exploratory data analysis? As part of exploratory data analysis, how do we start understanding the data one by one? I'll start it here. I've divided exploratory data analysis into 3 pieces: 1, 2, 3. So first analysis, which generates complete descriptions of your data, will make you understand what data values I have, how it has been stored, and what format it has been stored. All that information will be given one by one. So one second. So suppose in Python also, if you see, if you want to put in code mode, you can keep it in code mode. Markdown, if you want to create a beautiful documentation like this, then you can keep it that way. You can pass your comments, whatever the comments that you wanted to apply to. Okay. This will be your interactive document. Okay. We'll come back to one by one component in some time. First, let's understand how typical data science lifecycle works completely. As part of EDA, what we will do, we will try to understand column. Variable is nothing but column here. Okay. So anyway, the session is recorded. You can revisit to the session one more time. So there are different names, that technical terms, okay, which we use in data science. We call columns as variables. Why? Because a column holds values which varies from one another and which are actually results from external transactions. or customer transactions, you can say. So variable identification, what exactly we do? Structure of the column, type, category, data category, and data structure. And then we will understand one more step, next step, which is univariate analysis, understanding one column at a time. How? So you can ask me a question, can I not do it in SQL? Of course you can do it, but not statistical exploration. You can only explore the data by using simple data manipulation functionalities. But analytically, you cannot explore the data using SQL because SQL has its own limitations. Univariate analysis allows you to do descriptive statistics on a single column by giving you entire information of that particular column. How is that possible? We apply measures of central tendency, statistical measures, and measures of data dispersion or measures of variability. So which explains about, first one explains the centrality of the data points. Second one explains dispersion of the data points, how the values are spread out in a column, how it varies from one value to another value. And then next step will be handling missing values. If there is any missing values in a column, that needs to be cleaned. And outliers. If there is any outliers in the column, that needs to be cleaned. And first we need to find out whether it is an outlier or not. Then we can clean it up. And exploring the data visually. So where we will visualize it. Univariate, we are finished. Then what exactly we do? We understood single column at a time. Now I want to understand, is there any relation